All right, guys, let's step into my messy shop here for a second. You guys remember this bad boy behind me? I've been working on this. Wait a sec. No, I haven't been working on this thing for the last 8 to 9 weeks. It has been sitting in the shop for that long, and I've been waiting on parts for it for that long. So I finally got sick and tired of waiting for my parts that I ordered through one store. I called and canceled that order. I ordered them through another store. This other store had me the parts within a week, and a friend brought those out. So I'm going to get this thing back in business. Again, it's a 30-year-old machine, a lot of use, probably some abuse, some by me, and it's time to get that thing changed. The funny thing is, just like 2-3 days ago, Zach's Jag, Arctic Cat Jag, which is almost identical to my Jag, just kind of broke down. It's not a major breakdown. It's a little bolt and a bushing that goes through a middle axle. So that bolt broke, and right now we're limping it along with a tent spike through the same place where that bolt goes. I drilled a hole through the tent spike, stuck a cotter pin in there, and that's just supposed to keep everything together until we can find the right parts. I just think it was funny how I get my parts, get them out here, I'm going to get this thing going, and then another machine breaks down. But I'm thankful that we have enough machines out here that can get us by even when one's broke down. So I'm excited to get this thing back together. This is my favorite machine of all of ours that we have out here, and I'm a little biased because it is my personal machine, but it has hand warmers that work, so that's a bonus.
Hey, Howie. What you up to, bud? Oh, Howie. Howdy, everybody. I don't know if this episode is going to be nearly as fun to produce or watch as last week's, because getting firewood was fun. Making the video was fun. Joe had a blast making it. But this last week has just been like garbage weather. It's gray. Has not stopped snowing for days, probably pushing 30 inches in March. So anyways, yeah, it's a welcome home present for Alyssa and myself, because we skipped out on all that down in Florida. So I am here at what we like to call the guide cabin. This is a huge storage unit, actually. Extra chairs that go in the lodge when we have bigger groups. A lot of camping gear. We have so many bed rolls, sleeping bags, all these totes, and most of these, there's actually more totes back in here, is all camping stuff. Anyways, I want to come in here and sort it all. Look at it. The inside of this cabin is really nice. We redid this with cedar tongue and groove, so it's super cool. This is where I used to stay when I was a teenager, and I came out to Caribou Lodge and would help in the summers. The old owners would put me in here. So lots of memories in this cabin. So I wanted to come in here today and sort all of that and just take inventory, make sure everything's good, because we've got a handful of camping trips booked for this summer. So we're thankful for that. Joe's going to be tackling most, if not all, the camping trips this summer. We'll see how the summer plays out. It's his turn to do a little more camping. I'm sure he'll have fun with that. But I want to make sure he's got everything lined out. So I'll lock this and go see what Joe's up to. All right, we go from the guide cabin to the shop. There is smoke coming out of that chimney.
Hey-o!
Hi-yo! Ooh, it's toasty in here.
I have my shop back, man.
Oh yeah, the snowmobile's gone.
Got that snowmobile fixed.
Right
you
on.
guys that have been following along, yeah, it's done. It's out of here.
Yeah,
now
good
I'm
job.
working on other projects. I'm making little cubbies for my cabin. You know, those little cloth boxes that you can slide in and out.
Little cubs.
They were a little too expensive for my taste, so I decided to buy the material myself and make them myself.
There you go. You're a handy guy. A Joe of all trades. And so anyways, I was just warning them that this video might not be as epic as the one you put out last week.
Yeah,
but
you know,
it is what it is. That's a day in the life of off-grid family sometimes. So, oh, and hey, guess who's coming in to warm up? Awesome.
It's a good day to have a shop project. It's kind of nasty, as you probably saw.
Yes. Oh, another day, and I told you guys it was just still snowing it didn't stop last night either. I'm going to show you out this window, and you're probably wondering where I am, but I am in the loft above the shop. There's the little door that comes in to this bedroom up here. When the original owners of the lodge back in the 1990s were here, this became their son's bedroom. So it's wired, it's got its own electricity, and it's got its own heater up here. I'm gonna come over here. Look how much it's dumping. It is snowing sideways. And there's Joe cleaning up my mess over there where I started to shovel. There you go, doing a little plowing. Another day at the lodge in March. All right, we're still at it. Whew. I'm listening to an audio book. Joe's listening to a podcast. So we're not even visiting. We just look at each other and go like this. Whew. It's almost too hot for this thing. Anyways, shoveling snow. Is that seriously going to be the theme of this video? I didn't realize I was zoomed in, so sorry about that. Probably didn't want to see my face that close. Not very many people do, just saying. Joe's putting together his shanty, covering up his four-wheeler. Wind is still blowing. Snow still falling. All right, I am heading off to Joe's cabin. Careful I don't slip on the ice here. And I'm bringing the Wi-Fi signal booster with me and microphone equipment and a camera because we are going to be on a podcast tonight. And so we're excited. That'll be fun. I will try to link in the video down below when we find out if it's available on Spotify or whatever else. Joe and I don't really podcast that much, so we'll find out and we'll get you the details. Hopefully we're good, and hopefully we don't suck it up. Oh, look at this. You heading up to the lodge? Say bye, Dad. Good luck.
Say bye. Good luck. Bye, Mom, Daddy.
Say good luck with the podcast. Yeah, I hear you. He doesn't need luck. Joe doesn't need luck. Okay, that's a wrap. We were on Alaskan Journey for about an hour and 10 minutes. That was fun.
It was our first podcast.
It was yeah, we were guests on we're like stars now.
Yeah, want my autograph?
I want your autograph. My amazing wife has turned the lodge dining room into the bookkeeping room and the homeschool room. She's finished our taxes. Thank you, woman, for doing that. I'll take you out to dinner as your reward. For those of you who are not in our immediate circle of family or friends, you've got to be assuming she's pretty much like 8 months pregnant. You guys having a home birth? Are you going to boil some water and do this yourself? No. The answer is no. We are, in fact, moving to town. This is kind of an announcement, but it kind of goes without saying. We want to have a normal birth at either a midwifery, option A, or at the hospital if the midwife says we have to go there, but we will be in town. So along with that, the midwife wants us to be in town a month before the actual due date, just in case anything crazy happens premature. So, yeah, I will take her to town and take her out to dinner. That's something I can actually do since we won't be at the lodge. So, I'm going to do a couple things around the house, burn some garbage, take out the mulch. I'm going to check the root cellar get a few things out of there, and then I got to start getting a bunch of stuff gathered up together for our trip to town. And we will talk a lot more about that, I'm sure, in weeks to come. Joe says more snow is in the forecast. It is April. And by the way, happy Easter. It's April and look at this snow is absolutely gorgeous. The way it's blanketed everything. The Talkeetna Mountains. But it is windy now. You can see from the flag. But the sun is shining. So we're taking advantage of that and getting a bunch of batten down the hatches kind of chores done before it starts snowing again. So I got to go down to the root cellar here, check on stuff, and Joe's got some nice stairs carved in here. I don't want to give Joe credit if Bonnie actually in fact did that, but someone did a good job. This is kind of a bummer. We're getting a lot of frost problems. You can hear kind of the doors kind of frozen shut. There's frost buildup back here. Something that Joe is gonna tackle this summer, whether I am in town with the new baby or I'm out here helping him. This is a project we want to tackle this summer, making this better. Look at the frost buildup here. Crazy how that happens. There's a lot of moisture in the ground, but the cold just kind of seeps in around the plywood too. So we're going to lay some foam board down in here so we don't get crazy frost heaves and just make this place better. There's always stuff you can do to make your root cellar better, and we have got to start taking some of those steps. The first half of the root cellar has got to be below freezing or else that wouldn't happen. But we put the more hardcore stuff up front, like the ranch dressing and the butter, things that maybe could freeze but probably won't. And then we keep the sensitive stuff in the ice chests. That's why we've got so many ice chests in here right now to protect extra produce. So yeah, that's kind of what we've done, but it is a mess in here. A lot more on the root cellar as spring and summer progress, when we can actually shove a shovel into the dirt and it's not frozen solid. Start cleaning that out. Remind Joe to show you, maybe do a root cellar tutorial. How to make a stupid root cellar awesome again. That'll be the title. It's a working title. Joe gathers wood from the same woodshed as me and then loads it into that little sled and pulls it all the way down to his cabin. Probably once a week. Here it kind of gives you an idea of how deep the snow is. It's kind of wind drifted around the greenhouse a little bit, but about halfway up the walls there. I stopped because the kids are playing. Hey kiddos, wave. But then I noticed that Joe packed down a trail to the mulch. So the compost pile is over here. And then he carved in a couple steps so we could get down into the mulch pile. We got a lot of snow for April. Awesome. And now I'm over here by the burn barrel. See, we got all the stuff I'm gonna burn. While Joe is over there trying to dig out all the snowmobiles that we don't use on a regular basis because we're expecting more snow tonight and tomorrow night. So he wants to make sure they don't get even more buried. All right, so about a week ago, you guys started planting all this stuff, right? And Chloe wanted to give me an update on what is going on. So let me see if I can get a better angle on you with the sun. And you can give me a little tour of what you have got.
We planted all this like 6 days ago, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And these arugula, they're growing really well. They aren't very tall. I mean, it's obvious, but still.
They're only 6 days old.
Yeah, but they're doing good.
Cool. That's arugula.
Yeah.
What else we got?
My mom and Aunt Bonnie said all of this would be like growing soon, but like,
This says green onions, but
yeah, we're sort of surprised that these haven't sprouted yet. Oh yeah, right here, Emma planted some broccoli in that little sprout right here.
Let's see if I can get it. Oh man, that's broccoli.
Yeah.
Look how tiny that is. Eiley Bell, did you plant anything, or
Yeah,
can you show me anything?
Well, I sort of forget.
Sort of forget.
I planted.
What do we got in here? Flowers or vegetables?
whatever that says.
Bachelor B for bachelor button. So that would be some flowers. I got some stuff up here. Check this out. These are marigolds. Those are growing pretty good. And we've got some cosmos. So those will turn into really pretty flowers that Aunt Bonnie will put into these hanging baskets that hang around the lodge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said something you planted is not coming up good?
Not, well, it is going to come up, just not yet. The forget-me-nots.
Oh,
Chinese ones.
yeah, hopefully. That'd be cool. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We just rotated it so it kind of changes in the sun.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Thanks for the tour. We'll see if we can get any more updates as these things grow bigger and bigger.
You're welcome, even though I didn't really do anything. Yeah. Okay, bye. Bramante brothers.